Are you one of the millions of people who believe that a higher salary is the key to unlocking financial freedom? Or perhaps you're already earning a six-figure income, but still struggling to make ends meet. You're not alone in this thought, as many of us have been led to believe that our salaries are the primary determinant of our wealth. However, finance experts would disagree, and it's time to take a step back and reassess our assumptions. A study conducted by Dr. Elizabeth Dunn, a psychologist at the University of British Columbia, found that once people's basic needs are met, additional income does not necessarily lead to greater happiness or a sense of fulfillment. This concept is often referred to as the Easterlin paradox, which suggests that economic growth does not necessarily translate to greater well-being. This idea is further supported by a study published in the Journal of Positive Psychology, led by Dr. Tim Kaiser, a psychologist at Knox College, which found that people who prioritize material wealth and status tend to be less happy and more anxious than those who focus on personal relationships and experiences. These findings are quite disturbing, as they imply that our relentless pursuit of higher salaries may be misguided. In fact, research has shown that our brains are wired to constantly adapt to our surroundings, a concept known as the hedonic treadmill, which was first introduced by Dr. Brickman and Dr. Campbell in their 1971 study at Northwestern University. This means that even if we do manage to increase our salary, our expectations and desires will likely increase as well, leaving us feeling just as unfulfilled as before. So, if a higher salary isn't the answer to achieving financial freedom, what is? It's time to take a closer look at the signs that your salary isn't enough and why it may never be enough to make you rich. The concept of wealth and financial freedom is complex and multifaceted, and it's not just about earning a certain amount of money. According to finance experts, true wealth is about having the freedom to pursue your passions and live life on your own terms, without being burdened by debt or financial stress. However, for many people, their salary is not enough to achieve this level of freedom. In fact, a study by Dr. Anna Maria Lusardi, a professor of economics at George Washington University, found that nearly 60% of Americans cannot cover a $400 emergency expense using their savings. This is a staggering statistic, and it highlights the need for people to reassess their financial priorities and develop strategies for building wealth that go beyond just relying on their salary. One of the main reasons why salaries are not enough to make us rich is that they are often subject to the whims of the economy and the job market. During times of economic downturn, salaries can be reduced or even eliminated, leaving people without a steady income. Furthermore, salaries are typically tied to a specific job or industry, which means that people may be limited in their ability to increase their earnings or pursue new opportunities. In contrast, wealth-building strategies such as investing in stocks or real estate can provide a more stable and sustainable source of income and can help people achieve financial freedom over the long term. However, these strategies often require a certain level of financial knowledge and expertise, which can be a barrier for people who are new to investing or managing their finances. As we delve deeper into the world of personal finance, it becomes clear that there are many factors at play that can affect our ability to build wealth. From the impact of inflation and taxes on our earnings, to the role of debt and credit in our financial lives, there are many complexities to navigate. However, by understanding these factors and developing strategies to mitigate their effects, we can take the first steps towards building a more secure financial future. For example, a study by Dr. David Laibson, a professor of economics at Harvard University, found that people who use automated savings plans tend to save more money than those who do not. This is because automated savings plans take the decision-making process out of saving and make it easier for people to stick to their financial goals. By exploring these strategies and developing a deeper understanding of the factors that affect our finances, we can begin to break free from the limitations of our salaries and start building wealth in a more sustainable and meaningful way. It's not just about earning more money, but about creating a financial foundation that can support us over the long term. As we continue to explore the signs that your salary isn't enough, we'll examine the ways in which our financial assumptions and behaviors can hold us back, and how we can begin to shift our mindset and develop new habits that support our financial goals. By doing so, we can start to build a more secure financial future, one that is not dependent on our salary alone, but on a range of wealth-building strategies that can help us achieve true financial freedom. And it's precisely this mindset shift that we need to make as we start to realize that our salaries are just the starting point and that true wealth is within our reach. If we're willing to challenge our assumptions and take a different approach, one that focuses on building wealth rather than just earning a higher salary. And it's this approach that we'll continue to explore as we examine the next sign that your salary isn't enough, which is, so, we've established that relying solely on your salary to get rich is a flawed strategy, and it's backed by science. Let's dive deeper into this concept with a study by Dr. Thomas J. Stanley, a renowned expert in wealth creation. In his book, The Millionaire Next Door, Stanley found that most self-made millionaires didn't get there by earning high salaries, but by building wealth through investments and entrepreneurship. For instance, John Paul DeJoria, the co-founder of Paul Mitchell, started his business with just $700, and today, his net worth is over $4 billion. He's a perfect example of someone who created wealth outside of a traditional salary. Another study by Dr. Brad Klontz, a financial psychologist, discovered that people who focus on saving and investing their money, rather than just trying to earn more, tend to be more financially secure. This is because they're able to create a snowball effect, where their investments generate more wealth over time, without relying on a single source of income. Think of it like a farmer who plants seeds in the ground. At first, it may seem like nothing is happening, but with time and patience, those seeds can grow into a bountiful harvest. Similarly, when you invest your money wisely, it can grow exponentially, providing a steady stream of income that's not dependent on your salary. Now, let's talk about some practical steps you can take to break free from the salary trap. First, start by tracking your expenses and creating a budget that accounts for every single dollar you earn. This will help you identify areas where you can cut back and allocate more money towards savings and investments. For example, take a close look at your subscription services, such as Netflix or gym memberships. Are you really using them? Or are they just autopilot expenses that are draining your wallet? By canceling these unnecessary subscriptions, you can free up more money to invest in your future. Second, take advantage of tax-advantaged retirement accounts, such as 401k or IRA, to save for your future. These accounts offer a range of benefits, including tax deductions, compound interest, and protection from market volatility. By contributing to these accounts regularly, you can build a nest egg that will provide for you in the long run, regardless of your salary. For instance, if you contribute just $500 per month to a 401k account, with a 7% annual return, you can accumulate over $1 million in just 20 years. Third, explore alternative sources of income, such as starting a side hustle or investing in real estate. This will help you diversify your income streams and reduce your reliance on a single salary. For example, you could start a part-time freelancing business, offering services such as writing, graphic design, or social media management. Or, you could invest in a rental property, generating passive income through rental yields and property appreciation. By having multiple sources of income, you'll be better equipped to weather financial storms and achieve long-term financial security. Finally, educate yourself on personal finance and investing. Read books, attend seminars, and join online communities to learn from experts and like-minded individuals. This will help you make informed decisions about your money and avoid costly mistakes. For instance, you could start by reading books such as The Simple Path to Wealth by J.L. Collins or Your Money or Your Life by Vicki Robin and Joe Dominguez. These books offer practical advice and insights on how to manage your finances effectively and achieve financial independence. In conclusion, relying solely on your salary to get rich is a recipe for financial mediocrity. By understanding the science behind wealth creation and taking practical steps to build multiple income streams, you can break free from the salary trap and achieve financial freedom. Remember, it's not about how much you earn, but about how much you keep and invest. By adopting a long-term perspective and taking control of your finances, you can create a brighter financial future for yourself and your loved ones. It's time to think differently about money and wealth creation. The wealthy don't just earn more. They think differently about money. They invest, they take calculated risks, and they build multiple income streams. If you want to join their ranks, you need to start thinking like them. So, start by taking small steps today and watch your wealth grow over time. If this helped you think about money differently, subscribe. I post new finance insights every single day. And if you want to go even deeper, check the link in the description for Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. It changed how millions of people think and act.